Hi class! This is Paujay's class. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and like this video lesson. Okay? So let's start. Welcome to English for Class. I'm your teacher, Ms. Pauline Joyce A. Villafuerte. We are now in quarter 4, module 6. Our lesson is about write or compose an editorial. We have a learning objectives. First, identify the editorial. Second, writing an editorial. So, we are now in pretest. Directions. Arrange the steps in writing an editorial. Write numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the blanks provided. Okay, are you ready? Okay. What is the first in the following sentences? Very good. Number 1. Deciding in your topic. What is next? Very good. Writing an outline. What is the third? Very good. Stating your opinion. And the fourth one, conclusion or possible solution. And the last one is writing an editorial. Very good, kids. Now let's have a recap in our previous lesson. Journalism is a part of our everyday lives, from television and radio to newspapers and magazines to websites and social media. News and journalism are the tools in which people learn about current affairs all over the world. And journalists can influence the general public in a way that few other professions can. A journalist is a person who collects, writes, photographs, processes, edits or comments on news or other topical information to the public. A journalist's work is called journalism. During the previous lesson, we have discussed that there are 5 principal types of journalism. They are investigative, news, reviews, columns, and feature writing. We are now proceed to our main lesson. What do you see in the picture? Okay, very good. The illustration above is an example of an editorial cartoon. An editorial cartoon is a graphic representation of symbolism of the creator's opinion, idea, or commentary about a current news or issue, or what we call an editorial. As you can see the picture, the virus or the COVID-19. An editorial is an article that states the newspaper stands on a particular issue. Basically, it is persuasive essay that offers a solution to a problem. So what is the solution in the illustration? Okay, the problem is the virus or what we call COVID-19, and what is the solution? to this problem. Okay, proper hygiene, wear face mask and face shield, and there's a vaccine. Next, the characteristics of a good editorial. Number 1, presents the newspaper's opinion on an issue. Second, reflects the majority vote of the editorial board. Number 3, usually unsigned. 4, editorial writers build on an argument and try to persuade readers to think the same way they do. Number 5, meant to influence public opinion, promote critical thinking, and sometimes cause people to take action on an issue. And the last one, in essence, an editorial is an opinionated news story. A good editorial must have, number 1, introduction, body, and conclusion like other news stories. Number 2, an objective explanation of the issue, especially complex issues. Number 3, a timely news angle. Number 4, opinions from the opposing viewpoint that refute directly the same issues the writer addresses. Number 5, the opinions of the writer delivered in a professional manner. Good editorials engage issues, not personalities, and refrain from name-calling or other petty tactics or persuasion. Number 6, alternative solution to the problem or issue being criticized. Anyone can gripe about the problem, but a good editorial should take a proactive approach to making the situation better by using constructive criticism and giving solutions. And number 7, a solid and concise conclusion that powerfully summarizes the writer's opinion, give it some punch. These are the steps in writing an editorial. Number 1, deciding on your topic. You will decide your own topic. And 2, stating your opinion. You're going to give an opinion to the topic that you want to write. Number 3, writing an outline. You're going to write an outline. Number 4, writing an editorial itself. And the last one, number 5, conclusion or possible solution. Remember the key to a successful editorial. For S, state the problem or situation. P, state your position. E, give evidence to support your position. C, state and refute the position of the other side in the conclusion. And S, offer 2 possible solutions to the problem. From the word specs. Study the following example of an editorial. Editorial mutation from Philippine Star, published on August 20, 2020 at 12 p.m. The studies remain inconclusive according to the World Health Organization. The attention of the WHO and the scientific community has been drawn by the discovery of a mutation of severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus in a small sample of COVID-19 cases in Quezon City last month. SARS-CoV-2 is the pathogen that causes coronavirus disease 2019. Scientists have pointed out that it's not unusual for viruses to mutate. The small sample also does not represent the situation in the entire country. What bears watching, however, is the potential of the mutant to be more virulent than the original. There are fears that this could be the case in the SARS-CoV-2 mutation detected in Quezon City. Seeing COVID-19 becoming even more infectious and debilitating or lethal is the last thing the country needs. While studies have not yet established the virulence of the mutated SARS-CoV-2, its discovery adds urgency to the effort to ramp up the country's COVID testing and contact tracing capabilities. The testing suffers not only from the limited number of kits and the high cost of the more reliable swab test, but also the long wait for the results. Some people who undergo swab tests on suspicion that they might be infected still continue with their routines, mingling with people in the workplace, in supermarkets, and in public transportation. By the time the results are known in 3 to 5 days, how many more people would have been infected? It's not enough to undergo the so-called gold standard in SARS-CoV-2 detection, the real-time reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction test. The result of the RT-PCR test must be known as quickly as possible. To prevent further virus transmission, this becomes more critical if the SARS-CoV-2 proves to be more virulent. Contact tracing will significantly improve since the start of the pandemic. Still needs some major boost. The fears over the mutant SARS-CoV-2 variant might prove to be unfounded. But in this pandemic, it's always better to prepare for the worst. So, let's have an activity. Directions. Write true if the statement is correct and false if it is not. Number 1. It is a newspaper article that tends to contain and explain author's ideas. What's the answer? Correct. This is true. Number 2. Editorials write the false news. Correct. It is false. Number 3. Be clear about the type of editorial you write. Yes, it is true. Number 4. Editorials help us to connect to current events and issues around the world. Correct. It is true. Number 5. Students learn to write opinions that is not true about the issues that we face nowadays. Okay, it is false. Now, let's proceed to Activity 2. Directions. Identify the parts of an editorial. Choose from the list below and write your answer on the blanks before each number. You will choose your answers in the box. Number 1. The last part that either summarizes. Very good. It is conclusion. Number 2. Give brief background or opinion statement. Good job! It is the beginning. Number 3. All details supporting the opinion. Very good. It is body. Number 4. A newspaper article written by or on behalf of an editor that gives an opinion on a topical issue. Good job! It is editorial. And for number 5, a view of judgment formed about something not necessary based on fact knowledge. Okay, it is opinion. Now, let's go now to wrap up. To sum up what we have talked about in today's lesson, fill in the blanks with the appropriate answer. Use the first and last letter clues in each item to help you complete the message. And blank is an article that states the newspaper stands on a particular issue. It starts with letter E and the last letter is L. What's the answer? Okay, very good. It is editorial. Basically, it is blank essay that offers a blank to a problem. So, the second word is, it starts with P and the last is E. What's the answer? Okay, it is persuasive. And for the blank for the third, it starts with S and the last is N. Very good. It is the solution. The 3 important parts of an editorial are: number 1, it starts with I and the last is N. What's the answer? Okay, very good. It's introduction. And for number 2, it starts with B and it's ending with Y. Correct, it's body. And for number 3, it starts with C and the last is N. Very good. It's conclusion. Nice one. For our post test, directions. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. Editorial often signed by the writer. A, true. B, false. C, maybe. Or D, not sure. Okay, it's letter A. Number 2. Editorials are on form of blank writing. A, news. B, persuasive. C, picture. Or D, opinion. Correct. It is D, opinion. Number 3. The 3 elements of editorial are: A, columns, reviews, and opinion. B, presentation of fact, perspective, and persuasion. C, lead, summary, and headline. Or D, news, fact, and future. Okay, it's letter A. Columns, reviews, and opinion. And for number 4, letters to the editor help newspapers: A, decide what supporter news to recover. B, gain more subscribers. C, fill up space on a page. Or D, get a topic. Okay, it's letter A. Decide what supporter news to recover. And for the last number, editorials and opinion pieces can blank readers to take actions, confirm conviction, and offer news perspective to readers. A, suggest. B, admonish. C, require. Or D, forget. Okay, it's A, suggest. So, that's the end of our lesson for this module. Thank you very much for listening. And don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Pau Joyce Vlogs, and click like and share and the notification bell. Bye-bye!